Hi folks, Bob Collins for Diver Supply. So SeaFlare, pretty cool name, right? So Aqua has come out with a line of torches, dive lights. I spent quite a bit of time overseas, Germany, Italy, in the military, and you know, the American term flashlight now doesn't really work for me per se, but hey, we still call them flashlights. But the term flare or torch really describes better what we're looking at in front of us here. And Aqua has named these SeaFlare, which is very appropriate to me. And one of the big words you're going to see on the front of these boxes is the word reveal. And you all know from your experiences underwater that when we're diving, I'm going to put a little sample up here. When we're diving, the colors tend to go away. So when we see color down there, a lot of times it's just kind of a blue and a green and a gray and a black. Now, when you're able to take light with you and be able to shine that light, it really reveals the true color of that particular item. And gosh, what a difference it makes. We see just glorious underwater photography and videography where they're using artificial light down there. And I tend to carry mine. I mount a small light here on my BC, and I usually turn it on when I begin the dive, and then I turn it off at the end of the dive when I get back on the boat. The big reason I do that, I hate having to fumble to turn a light on, but on all three of these, we do have an on and off and a mode changing or power changing button. And basically when you push it once, then what you're getting is you're getting full power. And then as you hit it again, it reduces that power, and you reduce it again to the next power down, and then you push it off. You don't get any strobing effect with these particular lights. They come with chargers. The lights there, this comes with a single battery, and these come with multiple batteries. The neat thing about the charger for all of these is they have a little digital readout, which is pretty nifty. That way, when you put your battery on there to charge, you have some understanding where it is in the charge cycle. So that's pretty cool. And they come with a kind of a nifty, this is kind of a neoprene rubber wrist lanyard, a little nicer than some of the cords that you see on some of the lights out there. So they all come with that. And so let me talk about the lights individually and describe what's unique about each individual light. Okay, so what we've got is we've got a 900 lumen light, we've got a 1300 lumen light, and a 2800 lumen light. And that is the max power when you first turn it on. And then as you touch down, you're able to adjust that to lower lumen settings. The mini flare here, or the flare mini, what we've got is we've got that 900 lumen, then it goes to 200 lumen, then it goes to 100 lumen. And the run time on these is 3 hours, 4 hours, and 10 hours respectively. And so it utilizes and produces a 11-degree beam. Touch it and now it's off. And okay, so the flare is 1300, then it goes to 500, then it goes to 200, and again, 3 hours, 4 hours, and 10 hours are the runtime on the flare. And it has an 8-degree spot, and you can kind of see that and compare it to the Mini. And then I'll push it down and turn it off. And now we've got the Pro over here, and it is the most powerful. It is 2,800, then it goes to 1,000, and then it goes down to 300. And the burn time is 3 hours, 4 hours, and 12 hours. And the Pro has a 14-degree beam on it. You can see it's pretty, not only is it wide, it's pretty darn strong at 2,800. And now we're down, and now we're down again, and now we're off. And one of the things you probably noticed was on all of these, they have this little flexible color ring up here on the top, so that when you're diving, especially if you're diving at night, then what you're going to be able to see is you're going to be able to see this color. And if you've got 2 or 3 divers, then maybe one would use the turquoise, maybe one would use the blue, and one would use the pink. And even if you couldn't necessarily see the diver in the dark, you could see the surround on their flare to know who that was over there. Makes it pretty cool, right? Okay. And all of these have kind of a rubberized grip here. It feels like it'd be pretty durable. And back here on the back, there's a lug here that where you would mount your lanyard. And I'm sure you could also put a split ring and a snap clip on here also, completely up to you. One of the cool things about these is these actually they're made for use underwater and on land, and they have a built-in electronic regulating system. So if they begin to heat up on land, of course in the water helps keep them cool. That electronic regulation kind of reduces the power and helps protect the circuitry in the lights. Very unique. You don't necessarily see that sort of thing in many of the other lights out there. One of the other cool things in the mechanism is there is a reverse polarization protection in case somebody puts the batteries in here backwards, which happens sometimes, and it won't instantly burn your light out. It actually reverses the polarity and protects your light. So these are waterproof down to 150 meters. Not many of us are going to be going there, but at least it's nice to know, because of the solid construction, the glass on here is really thick and very tough. So that's a quick look at Aqualung's SeaFlare series, the Mini Flare, the Flare, the Flare Pro. Maybe one of these is in your future. I'm gonna leave links down below in the description. And as I always say, dive safe out there, and a good dive light will make you extra safe. See you again soon.